Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the first quarter of 2022. This is for January through March of 2022. We're going to jump right in here and see what is going on for you here, Cancer. Sorry, I keep forgetting to turn this deck over. I apologize. The whole entire deck is upside down. So if you see me flipping these over, it's because the whole deck is upside down. But let's see here, Cancer, what is going on for you. You have this, I want to jump right in here. You have this Starfish Spirit. I love this card. It says open to infinite possibilities. So that, you know, this card kind of says that there are infinite possibilities or endless possibilities coming in for you at this time, especially in this first quarter. So that doesn't really surprise me. Someone left me a comment about the starfish, and they made a great point. They said that, you know, starfish are able to regenerate their arm. Like if they lose an arm or if they lose a leg, whichever is which, I don't know, you tell me, right? Maybe we'll have to ask Patrick, but you know, what I would say here is that I do get that like regeneration, kind of like Phoenix rising type of energy from your reading. You even end with the Tower, and I wouldn't really worry about this. Again, there's actually going to be a part 2 to this reading as well. There will be a link to part 2 in the description down below. And not the description, but at the top of the comments. I'll also have it at the end somewhere up here. But, you know, we're going to clarify this. But I do get that, like, Phoenix Rising type of energy here, that regeneration type of vibe from your first, mostly from this first row right here, Cancer, but also the whole entire reading. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. This is your energy showing up here. So you're showing up in a very strong position as the Chariot. You know, this puts you in a position of power and strength. I kind of see you being very popular this year. If we go this way, you have the Three of Cups. You have the Page of Cups here. You have a lot of people in this middle row as well. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork and working together with other people. So I really see you kind of being very popular, and the word popularity is kind of popping into my head. And not only that, you have this Life is Better Together card. I feel, and you have the Three of Cups as well. So you have all these cards of socializing, being with other people. Again, this doesn't have to be love. Could be love, you know, but it could also just be, you know, working together with other people. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work right now. I say this all the time to your opposite sign, Capricorn, and you know, what I would say there is that opposites in the zodiac are typically very similar. Even though you're opposite signs, you can get very similar messages. So it doesn't really surprise me, but I feel like working together with other people will be very positive. I would also say that with that Open to Infinite Possibilities card, you have this Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, he has these empty fields in the background on the card, and it represents him needing to get to work. He needs to start planting his seeds in those fields. So the thing with having infinite possibilities is like, that's a great thing, having a lot of opportunities in life, but at the same time, it's like if you don't plant the seeds, then you're not really going to get anywhere. So this reading is definitely asking you to put the work in. I feel like you have a lot of choices as well with the Chariot. The Chariot, you know, there are these two sphinxes on the Chariot, and they're aiming in different directions. So they're both kind of going in one direction or the other. And it kind of says like you might be not really at a crossroads, but you have a choice on the direction that you go in. There actually aren't any reins attaching the Chariot to these two sphinxes, right? And it represents the fact that the universe is guiding you. The universe is pushing you in a certain direction. The Chariot also represents as above, so below. So it kind of represents needing to use your powers of manifestation to get what you want, but definitely a very good start to a new beginning. The thing that I would say here is that this is like a shock right here, this bottom row. To me, the most powerful combination in the tarot is this right here. Judgment. The Judgment card with the Tower is extremely powerful energy. It is, that isn't just like a little wake-up call. That's a major wake-up call, a major revelation, you know, extremely powerful. I actually consider this to be quite positive when you get the Judgment card with the Tower, especially right next to each other, because again, it's more of that wake up call, revelation energy. It's not so much, you know, it's not like a Tower moment. It could be a Tower moment in the sense that, you know, if you always believed that the sky was blue and the grass was green, and then you at, you know, 35 years old, you find out, no, actually you're wrong. Actually, the ground is blue and the sky is green. That would blow your mind, right? That you would be like, oh my God, what? you know, you would freak out. That's what I'm seeing here. I know that sounds weird, but I'm kind of seeing this as you kind of maybe having a revelation. Something that kind of changes your worldview, maybe something that flips things upside down. And I definitely see you having one of those moments in the first quarter of this year, like 100%. I would say a lot of you will. Again, this is a general reading. It's not going to be true for all of you, but I would say a lot of you, I feel, are going to have one of those moments, and could be in love, could be in any area of your life. For some of you, I feel like it's having to do with family. I keep having the word family popping into my head. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's probably a good thing, like I said. We're going to clarify in part 2, but that's what I'm getting there. Next, you have this Life is Better Together card. It says, seek assistance from your community, connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. So you have a lot of communication stuff going on in your second row. You have the Page of Cups, Knight of Swords even can have to do with communication, and the Judgment card, of course, can have to do with a wake-up call or communicating with people. So feel free to communicate with those around you. It's really super important time to find your tribe. I've been encouraging people for like 2 years to really try to build a community, build a network, build something around you, some sort of support system moving forward into the future, especially once we get to like 2026, somewhere around there. It's like having people around you is going to be way more important than ever, and there are going to be a lot of benefits as well. So I keep pushing people to form communities, networks, families, whatever it is that you want, right? But I would be networking at the very least, especially, for career purposes as well, like career, business. There are a lot of benefits in kind of building a network, and I would definitely encourage you to do that with this energy. And, of course, I can't make you do it, but like I said, I think that there are a ton of benefits, especially when we look at the astrology once we get to like 2026. And the reason I would start now is because you're going to be like, you're going to have a much bigger network by the time we get there, and it's going to benefit. It's not like it's not going to benefit you now. I'm just saying it's going to benefit you like 10 times more. But if you have 10 times the network when you get to 2026, then that's like 100 times more. So, I would be working on something, right? In this row, again, you have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Judgment card. I would take your time. No, this is definitely jumping to conclusion energy, the Knight of Swords with the Judgment card. So, I would not freak out about anything that comes your way with this card here, the Knight of Swords. As I always say, the Knight of Swords is my card of getting a second opinion. Especially if you're purchasing something, if someone tells you something, if you're getting secondhand information, terrible idea with the Knight of Swords, because usually it might not be not the truth, but it's like the telephone game. If you're getting secondhand information from a person with the Knight of Swords, it's better to go directly to the source, because you're probably getting some confused information, or you're not getting the truth, right? And again, it's maybe the person isn't lying to you, but maybe they just don't really have the details. So as I always say, before, if you have any of those moments at the beginning of this year for the first 3 months where you're going to freak out or you kind of jump to conclusions, I would just stop yourself and I would say, wait a minute, I'm having a reaction to this. Is it the truth, or should I wait? It's like, I even tell people, I've been telling people this for a long time, and just look at the media. It's like, how many times have things come out over the past couple of years that just aren't true, and then we find out they are true. And this is not a political statement. Someone always wants to make this about politics. Trust me, I don't like the government at all, period. I'm a crazy person, so I'd rather have no government at all. I'm not political at all, right? I think we'd be much better off without the freaking reptile aliens that rule the world, right? Plain and simple. So there you go. But what I would say is that, again, a lot of stuff, I'm not picking a side here either. A lot of it isn't true. Knight of Swords says, if you're feeling that emotional reaction to something, slow down, take a breath, and say, is this true? Is a person trying to piss me off? Is the media trying to piss me off? Where is this coming from? Definitely an intense energy that I'm getting here. And again, if you're purchasing something or anything like that, anything expensive, if someone's being pushy with the Knight of Swords, that's definitely the energy I'm getting there. I would just get a second opinion. It doesn't say don't do it, don't make the purchase, like maybe you're trying to buy a car and you're dealing with a pushy salesman or something. It just says, get the details, get the facts. Judgment card, again, I feel this is talking about a wake-up call that you could be experiencing. I do feel this Page of Cups could be a love offer coming in for you, so if you are looking for love, I definitely see this as love coming in over the next 3 months, January, February, March, and it could be a water sign. Next, you have this Stranded card. Cancer at the end. And kind of an interesting card. It's like a boat that's like stuck in a tree. I kind of feel that the water needs to come up and get this boat out of the tree. You know, it's almost like you've been sailing and maybe the water around you is disappearing. This could be your emotions. This could be your feelings, could be your intuition. But I feel it, kind of how I'm feeling. That's not what this card means, by the way, but intuitively, I feel like this is saying you need to invite some more intuition into your life, or maybe some more emotion, or maybe you need to dive into some emotions. I feel like that'll bring the water up and it will get this boat out of the tree that you're in right here. So you could be feeling very stranded in some area of your life. Let's look into it. You have the Three of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Tower in this row. The Three of Cups is a card of kind of companionship. It's a card of community. It's a card of socializing and working together with other people. And again, in this top row, you have the Three of Pentacles to the Three of Cups. So definitely highlighting working together with other people. Could be a lot of benefits in you doing that. I'm getting the word inspiration here as well, which is interesting. The Three of Cups, it kind of reminds me of like having a muse, like, you know, having something that is like the apple of your eye, or having something that you see as your ultimate goal or wish. You know, it's like when we have something to work for or work towards, we can be very successful. It's like, you know, sometimes there are a lot of stories of people who like aren't very successful. Then they have like a baby, for example, and then they become super successful. It's like they have a reason to be successful, you know, and that's how I'm seeing this Three of Cups. I almost feel this is asking you to create a reason to be successful in whatever life area of your life you want to be successful in. It's like saying, if you have that reason why you're doing something, I think that's just going to push you very far. And we even see it here. Look, you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands I consider to be the builder in the tarot, but he has this wand that he is leaning on. One of my favorite people of all time, Les Brown, he says, you know, your reasons will be your rod and your staff that comfort you when you are kind of going through hard times. So, you know, he is what that means is he encourages people to have a why, because if you're like building a business and you're not successful right away, it's like as long as you have a reason why you're doing it, that can be the thing you lean on when you're not finding success. And that could be the thing that keeps you going. It can be the thing that motivates you. It's kind of how I'm seeing this King of Wands energy. It's like the motivation. The Tower, you know, here's the thing about the Tower. I just think this is a breakdown of something. Like I said, with the Judgment card, it's like you're seeing the grass is blue now and the sky is green. You know, there's some sort of, something is being flipped on its head here, but it's the truth. The whole point of the Tower is that these people have built up the walls of the Tower too high around them. And so they're not seeing reality. They're in the sky. And they're falling out of the Tower because they're being brought back down to earth. They're being brought back to reality. And I kind of feel that for you. It might be, you know, again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. You're going to love this. But what I would say is I feel like it's the truth, you know, which is more important. So you're going to be, it's like you're being brought back down to reality with that Tower energy. I don't really see it as a bad thing, is what I'm trying to say here, Cancer. But pretty interesting reading, I have to say. I like it. It looks good. And we're going to see where this is going. So again, part 2 will be linked up down below. Thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to check out part 2. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your first quarter.